Okay, what's up, guys? Well, you are now tuned in to Urban Plaza. We will now be talking about living the life you rap about.
Oh,
Now,
good. That's good.
an artist who's been in the limelight for living the life he raps about, hands down, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Hottest rapper in the game right now.
So he says,
Hottest
King of
rapper
New
in the
York,
game.
Net lets his nuts hang.
Check the charts.
Breakfast Club interview.
Check the charts.
Boom. So, like, how do you feel about his whole persona, and do you feel like he really lives up to that thug lifestyle? Like, if it really goes down, he'll be about it, that he portrays. What are your views on it?
Tekashi, I don't know. Like, so that video came out where he was fighting and like. Tekashi didn't look like he wanted no parts of it. Like he was coming in, he feels he's
I seen him
like,
rolling on the floor.
Yeah, like I'm like Tekashi, what are you doing, bro? Like he had all his gang fighting and he coming at the end and like throwing a punch. Like the fight is over, bro.
Yeah,
Go back
anything,
inside.
like,
Go back inside.
it was like 2 against 5.
Yeah, then he gonna put a video afterwards like I ain't get touched, no scratches. I'm looking clean, like bro, you didn't
Bro,
fight.
your man's was fighting for
You
you.
didn't fight. How you got no scratches? So like, and then Tekashi this whole like. You bang Bloods and you bang Crips. Like, what are you even claiming?
Homie said, I never jacked Crip, so I can do that. I've never been like a Crip, so I can do that.
What are you talking about?
Like that makes no sense.
You can't bang both gangs. He's like, some of my mans is in Crips, so I'll be banging that, or I'll be chilling with them. I got the flag with me. Like, no.
Bro,
That's out of line. That's a violation.
Bro, he said that made no sense. I'm like, what the hell? So, yo.
Like, I think Tekashi, he was just so cool and calm and collected in that interview. Like, he kind of ran that interview. This is the Breakfast Club interview.
Yeah.
First of all, if you don't see it, go see it. It got 8 million views. Tekashi said it was gonna be hot,
He said that's gonna be their most viewed video.
and it's on its way to. Like that Birdman was
Birdman,
almost
I
a year,
believe it was 13 or 14
2
million.
years ago.
2 years ago.
And it's already 8 million views. It's 5 million behind that or whatever.
Yeah.
So it could be,
We'll see.
but just he was so calm and collected in that interview, and he kind of like he talked about what he wanted to talk about, even from the rip. Tekashi, let's talk about where you got your name from. No, I'm not trying to talk about that. I'm talking about what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Like he ran that interview, so as you were watching, you kind of just forced to believe what he was saying. When you think about it, like bro, you can't bang both gangs. Like you try to make it sound okay. That's not okay.
All right, yeah, but besides that, he says he's untouchable. He doesn't have to check in. He goes wherever he wants. He only rolls with 2 people. Now, one thing Charlamagne always mentioned in that interview was the energy that you give, you're willing to receive it back. I can't quote it, but
Tekashi got people on his head right now. Like I know there's people in the city, New York, looking for Tekashi. Everywhere he goes, people are looking for him.
But listen, he says I don't know him. I'm not from Brooklyn. I don't know. I don't
And
know.
he said he be out in the streets too.
Yeah, I don't
so
know
like
how
if
much.
he be out in the streets, how come nobody touched him yet?
I don't know how much respect and clout he said, but he said like in New York, like I'm like no one's not gonna touch me. Like no one's gonna just like sucker punch me. Like I get respect. Like no one's gonna trouble me. And it's like I haven't seen any videos like someone trying to run up on him in New York or be successful at it as is. So
I think that's one of the big things. Like a lot of these rappers, they love to talk about in their raps like I'm gangsta, I'm this, I'm that, like I'm tough, whatever.
yeah.
But if like y'all so bad and stuff, why has Tekashi not been touched yet? Like there should be no reason why Tekashi has to be touched yet. I think one thing that he said that was really true in that interview was that like when's the last people to really die over some rap beef? Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah.
That was years ago. Like rappers nowadays, they're like all like social media thugs. Like no one is really about it. So it's like Tekashi might be right. Like he can run around for almost a whole year now, just doing whatever he's doing, talking, saying whatever, and no one has done anything. So this all might be just a new era where no one's getting touched.
I saw a video with Cass, a fellow Brooklyn native. I seen a video with him, and he was saying how he's done his part. Like he already put out the music, Set Trippin', and he's not gonna the video Set Trippin' and with the record too. And he's saying like I did my part. I already said what I had to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling him out. You know what I'm saying? And he's like. People's making it like he said it. He said like people are making it and like feel like he's obligated to run Tekashi out of Brooklyn or he should press him. And Cass is like, bro, I did my part. Y'all do you, because like Cass has already been locked up. He's not trying to go back. And that's another thing too. Like he's not trying to live that life that he once was in, like constantly having to be incarcerated and stuff. Like he
if
feels
someone,
like he's way beyond
that's
that.
a fact. If someone feels so strongly about Tekashi, do something.
Yeah.
Like if someone really feels that strongly, do something. Tekashi still tours. He's still out on the streets. But that's one thing people say. People say like he literally just runs outside, records his videos, and runs back inside.
Okay.
So I don't really know how visible Tekashi is. Like if he's really,
He says he drops his address.
because that's another thing. Like you can portray one life on social media, we can see something totally different. Like Tekashi can just be running around outside, recording his little IG live videos, IG videos, and then run back inside. And or he's simply on the tour bus, performing, getting back on the bus. Like they did say that one venue that he was supposed to perform at, he didn't perform because he said it wasn't safe. Like the security wasn't right. So maybe he only takes those chances where he knows he's completely secure, no one's gonna do anything to him.
But he's contradicting himself in saying that and doing that too, because it's like he was like, oh, I let my nuts hang. I go wherever I want. I'm gonna check in. I'm gang. Like he said, if you wanna see how gangsta I am, test my gangsta. They tried it. You ran. You know what I'm saying? How gangsta are you? But then he says he doesn't take L's because he's smart. He knows like when he knows when it's a setup, when like a situation he should be approached in.
But is that being smart or is that running? Like if it kind of sounds to me like you're running. Like
but if you know you're outnumbered, if it's 2 to like 13, I wouldn't really say it's dumb, especially if he doesn't like. Yeah, I don't consider it running. I don't consider it running. Like, just being aware of the situation, but I feel like someone like him, it would be viewed as running because he portrays this gangster and he's untouchable, and for you to just like not go on stage because I don't have enough security, it sounds like you're contradicting yourself in how much clout and respect you have, or you know what I'm saying, or how gangster you are.
Tekashi, he's just constantly contradicting himself, going places, going this, going that, like saying different things. So it's like, to my assumption, my opinion is that he doesn't really live that life. Like Tekashi,
I feel like he knows people who live that life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He got a lot of homies.
He's in that little
that
like
mix.
That mix.
Yeah, that mix.
But it's not really Tekashi. At the end of the day, if shit came down to it, Tekashi's not gonna be about it. Tekashi's gonna be the one inside. He's gonna be safe. He's not gonna be the one like being for like down for his homies or whatever like that. Like I feel like Tekashi is not the type of person to do what Bobby Shmurda did. Like if your man's is on the line and you gotta take less time and sit down and do some time just so your man's want to be in there longer, I feel like Tekashi the one to tell.
Okay.
I feel like Tasha be the one that's gonna squeal. I feel like he'll be a rat. I don't think he lives by any of the street codes he's supposed to. But like that's the thing about hip hop. Like, do you feel like it's okay if you know that a rapper is not really bothered to do? Because some people just be like, this is just pure music. This is just pure entertainment. Like I'm just rapping just to be rapping. Like I'm just saying whatever I want. There's a lot of people that go from being like nice suburban areas to rapping and saying crazy stuff. So it's like someone, this is gonna be a funny example, but Slim Jesus, like he told us ahead of time, like listen, this is not me.
These guns are props.
These guns are props. And what was the song that he did where?
Damn, I don't even remember right now. Slim Jesus, I'm gonna pull it up.
Like he's admitted in that song, listen, this is not me. I'm just rapping, and people still fuck with that song. Like they like
Drill time.
And that's people. I mean, he fell off though, so maybe like after that, people were like, all right, the gimmick's over. Like we know this is not you. So he fell off quickly because I mean, they like real time, but after that, like he didn't.
I highly disagree with rappers thinking it's okay to portray a life that they don't live and purely for entertainment. Because I feel like you can speak on or rap about something entirely different than guns, violence, you killing someone, and you don't live that life. Another example is YB in the Mirror. He's not about the life he lives. I've seen him, like I've watched videos of him freestyling, talking straight about guns, knowing he don't live that life. Knowing now I can't.
He's a kid. Like,
yeah, he's like I think he's the same age as us. Like I think he's 18. Yeah. He's 18. But I know like he doesn't live it, and he just talks about that life heavily. Knowing like it just gets and it's also like a mockery to like people who actually do live that life and are trying to get out of it. You're trying to glorify it and make it seem like it's positive. Like no, people who rap about it, it makes it seem as if what they're rapping about is a joke, or it's like you're pretty much making money off of like a life that someone actually is living, and you're just like yeah like it's cool, like I feel like that's not cool at all. Like, I feel like
So like this topic, it kind of makes me think about like Mace. So it just leads me to that conversation where like, say a rapper is really not about that life, or he's faking just for the music, but then he gets tired of it. He's like, all right, like I've done this, I made my money, it's enough. Like, can a rapper ever leave the game? Like if he feel like he's done with it and he doesn't want that image anymore. Like I feel like white people are allowed to do that all the time. Like I think Miley Cyrus is a good example where like she be picking her spots. Like when she wants to.
When she was in her whole twerking,
yeah, like when she's feeling our culture, when she's not, like she's feeling it right now. That makes
she went back to the all sweet, gracious country girl.
Yeah, like she said, all right, like I don't like rap, I'm not. Like I feel like Post Malone kind of just walks that line where he's like, okay, I'm messing with rap right now because I want to make my rap money, get my rap fans. Then again, like white people, listen, I'm not black. I'm not black. Like don't think I'm black. Like I can still make some R&B music for y'all. I can still make some pop music for y'all. Mm-hmm. So it's okay for them to kind of walk that line. But a rapper, like, can a rapper really do that? Like, I think we haven't really seen that recently. But like with Mace, he left,
became a preacher,
and like was like talking down on rap culture. Yeah, like I'm not. Rap is bad, whatever like that. It's bad for the kids.
And it comes back.
And then he came back.
Like he even did the Bad Boys 20-year reunion tour.
Yeah, like I'm back. Welcome back. I like that song. But you gotta think about it. Like you left, you became a preacher. You talked down about the culture, and then you came back. I feel like we might see that in a couple years where like these rappers, they feel like, okay, I'm kind of done with this now. Especially if they get a type of following there where they don't have to rap anymore. Like they can do something like movies or TV shows. Is it ever okay to leave the game or like do something outside of rap that's not in your raps? Like I don't know. What are you feeling about this?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of hard to leave the game when you've built such a resume. Like you know what I'm saying? You built a real credible like well put career, and for you to just feel like, oh no, this is bad, I don't like it no more, and just up and leave, like I feel like you can't do that. Like that's just like that's I don't think you can just do that and walk like and the thing is for Mace to become so religious and to jump right back into it, like what the frick? So we're supposed to accept you leaving it and accept you to come back to it. It's like what? Like
especially like Mace was so hot.
Yeah.
Like Kanye said it, like don't leave while you hot. That's why Mace screwed up. Like Mace left when he was on top of the game. I think it was a little while after he released Harlem World. Like that album, it might.
Nah, I think he released another album.
Afterwards. I mean, well, still like Harlem World, he was a top.
That was in '97.
Yeah, top artist in the world right there. Like a lot of people were messing with Mace. What You Want, like he had a lot of songs out there, and then he just like dropped it all.
Yeah.
And then tried to come back, and I feel like his career after that, his career never got back to that same spot. Then he stopped rapping again for a long time. Then he's come back finally and is beefing with Cam or whatever. It's like,
Cam.
Bro, pick what you want to do. Like, don't keep leaving and coming back. Like all this inconsistency is not okay with me.
Yeah. Well, in 2004, he had Welcome Back.
Yeah, that's my song, Welcome Back.
No, like that was the album.
That was the album. Okay, I think it had a song on there too. Like that was like his introduction back into the game. Like once he was done preaching.
I think he had 3 projects, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Harlem World. Yeah, and he had Double Up in '99, and then he had Welcome Back. So, but I feel like but like. You could rest in peace to Craig Mack, the late Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear forever. But it would be like, but I mean I don't think you can use him as a good example because I don't like Craig Mack wasn't that known besides Flavor in Your Ear. And like he was on the Special Delivery with G.
And he really didn't try to like come back.
Yeah,
or
he didn't try to come back.
Like
he strayed away from it. But it would be like. Yeah, like so. How do you accept someone who just like wants to walk away from that life?
Yeah, like just like listen to it. Like he's rapping in here like he never really left. Like he's rapping like he's still in the game.
Today could be a wonderful day.
They probably bow to me. Like, why would we bow to you? You left the game, you came back. All these rap cats got their style from me. That may be true, but like if that's the case, why'd you leave? So I mean, Mace is a tough one. I think at the end of the day, like these rappers, they don't live the life that they're talking about, that they're rapping about.
Yeah.
And people are kind of okay with it. And I feel like I'll still support the music. I'll still listen to it, but it can't be so obvious. Like it can't be as far as like a Slim Jesus or whatever, or like a even any type of rap. You don't have to be white, because I don't want to make this just a white black thing. But like, if we know that you're coming from like a good situation and you're coming from like a positive home lifestyle, or whatever, and you just happen to be that you want to rap now, don't make like you can rap, but don't make your music like guns and violence and killing and on the streets. Like don't do that.
But that's another way for them to build up their following. So you could also like there's in a sense they're clout chasing in terms of that's not what they're truly about, and they just want that attention. So that could bring me to my next question: is clout chasing a bad thing, and is it like another form of a rollout?
Yeah, like I feel like artists, that's exactly what they're trying to do now. Like especially if they're gearing up to drop an album, like they're gonna do a bunch of crazy stuff, or they're gonna make their music more like street heavy or like gang
appealing,
influenced.
That's what a lot of people
are.
Yeah,
so then like people could be like, oh, like let me see what they're doing. Like although even I feel like a rollout, it can include like something on social media. I feel like that's a lot of things that people do now, like with social media. They'll try to roll out their albums by doing something crazy, because they'll know like if I get a viral video real quick, I get a lot of eyes on me, and then I can use that to promote my album. Like, okay, like while y'all here, check out this or this. Like people do that even when it's not in rap. Like where they have a viral video online, and they'll like post in the comments or post like tag themselves and be like, this is who I am. Like follow my page for more funny videos, stuff like that. That's how I think that's how people initially blow up. They have that one video that goes crazy. Then they use that to promote themselves, like Nick Frazier.
Why the fuck you lying?
Why you always lying?
But his it's not negative though.
It's comedy. But I think that's just like the model. Like you use something viral and you promote yourself. Yeah. So I think that's what the rappers are doing nowadays. Like they're using that cloud, they're cloud chasing, they're trying to find something and use it to their advantage. So,
but I mean, I feel like it's not it's real strategic. You got to say it's real strategic. Is it positive, negative? I mean, it's more negative on the side that I'm still strong on my stance that I feel like it's mocking the people who actually live that life, because you're promoting a fabricated life that you're not about and you haven't like experienced. You know what I'm saying?
So at the end of the day, are you supporting an artist that doesn't live that life, or that you feel doesn't live that life, or like where do you stand on? Will you not support an artist?
Well, I feel like I'll probably listen to the song and play it, but I'm not like supporting them in terms of probably like buying an album,
like
casually, like
to a concert. Like I feel like Pump is someone that I don't think really lives all that life that he talks about, but like I'll casually listen to Gucci Gang. Like
but I feel like Pump is not as like violent heavy as someone like YB in the Mirror, you know what I'm saying? Or like Slim Jesus at the time, because like Pump, like his music goes from like drugs, women, like misogyny, and I don't listen to enough, but I'm not sure if I really be hearing. I don't pay attention to like him talking about like gun violence.
Yeah, so.
But like
I mean, he's just a good example, but yeah, at the end of the day, rappers like live the life you rap about. Try to like just don't include any fake stuff in your raps.
Be who you are.
For sure.
Know who you are, and if you cannot find another thing matters to talk about, then rap is not for you, bro.
For sure.
Find something different. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So we're Urban Plaza. This is Living Life You Rap About.
Yeah.
Tune in for more.